everyone, it's me. I know I look a bit probably crooked. Um, I am about to get ready to go out. I'm going to a concert tonight, so I thought I would do one of these get ready with me videos. As I look at the clock now, it is probably later than it should be for me to have time to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I have no makeup on at the moment, just a little bit of moisturizer on my face. And that's really all. So if you can put up with my awful mirror, me looking in my mirror, I'm just going to do this look and see how it works out as we go along. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes. Benefits FYI, my primer of the year at the moment, but one which is sadly discontinued by Benefit. It's a really good primer. I'm putting a little bit under the eyes as well, which I always like to do. And you can see how my face is a lot darker than my hands at the moment because of the sun exposure I recently had. Even with factor 50 on, I still got quite colour on my face. So that's that. The next thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of this Illamasqua cream pigment in Emerge, which is a peach shade, and I'm just applying that under my eyes as a kind of a color corrector because I'm not getting a lot of sleep the last few nights, and the reason is that I am currently reading a book which I'm totally addicted to and I just can't put it down. So I've been off work and I've also been reading this book like mad, so I'm absolutely knackered. My two eyes are very, very saggy and awful at the moment, so I'm putting a good bit of that peach corrector under the eyes there, and it does brighten things up a bit. So that's the first thing. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Rimmel Color Mousse. It is a very nice, long-lasting cream eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Sassy, which is gorgeous. So this is the shadow. Oops. Okay, so it's a nice kind of pewtery brown color. It's a very complex, nice color. And I am going to use this brush to apply it. This is a Sonia Kashuk eye brush. It's one of my favorite eye brushes. I love it. It's great for applying all sorts of eye products, creams, powders, whatever. So I'm just applying that to the lid, and it has a gorgeous metallic sheen. Very, very nice. It's also a great base for powder eyeshadows. So I'm just kind of making this up as I go along. Okay, just bringing that a little bit higher up, blending it up. Now once this dries on, it doesn't really go anywhere. It's a very good product. I'm bringing a little bit of that under my eye as well. I'm sorry about the mirror. So annoying for you guys, I'm sure. Okay. So that's that on. Okay. I'm just going to wipe off the brush because I'll probably want to use that again. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this eyeshadow here, which is the Kiko water eyeshadow in this one shade. Sorry, this is Grey Wood. And this is the color here, which is quite similar to the Rimmel eyeshadow that I've just applied. So I'm going to take that on the same brush, because even if the brush is a bit damp, it doesn't matter, because this is a product that's for use wet or dry. And I'm just applying that over that eyeshadow just to set it. And it really is a very, very good colour match. It's a very good match. So there we go, just dusting that over that. And just bringing it up a little bit above the crease so it's visible. So this is evolving into some sort of a smoky eye, I think. That eyeshadow is just beautiful. And under the eye as well. Okay, so that's that. Next thing I'm going to do is take the lighter shade, the water eyeshadow in light taupe. And that looks like this. So it is just beautiful. And for this, to apply this, I'm going to use this brush here, which is another Sonia Kashuk brush. Sorry about the hand covered in eyeshadow. Another Sonia Kashuk brush. And I'm just going to put that up here as kind of highlight. And blending it down over the other eyeshadow just to soften the whole thing. Let's pick up some more of this. It really is quite pigmented eyeshadow. I'm very impressed at the quality of this eyeshadow. And it was only about €6 or something like that. Not expensive. But unfortunately not available here. So okay, so that's kind of the backdrop for everything. The next thing I will use is one of these Kiko Eye Tech Look eyeshadows, which has, if you saw my last video, I showed you these. They have a little sponge applicator on them. So I'm going to use this just to go around the lash line, just to darken it a little bit. And this is quite a pigmented product. It's very, very nice. And I'm going to go around the lower lash line with that as well. And just a little bit up into the crease. I like to just bring it a little bit in there as well, to the outer corner, just to lift the eye a little bit, because when you get to my age, you need to lift as much as you possibly can. So I'm going to go again on this side, and that brown really does stand out. It's quite a nice, it's a matte, sort of a satin to matte, neutral dark brown shade, and I really like it. I'm just going to put that a little bit up here as well. Okay. So the eyes are taking shape now. Okay, so what's next? What else am I doing? I think what I might do is go back in with this light color here, and I'm just going to take a little bit more of that. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of it to the inner corner of my eye as well, just to lighten things a little bit. Maybe a tiny dab on the center of the eyelid as well, just to open the eyes up. Okay, so that's that. Now, next step then is eyelining. So for this, I'm going to use Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in Perversion, which is very, very black. So I'm going to waterline with this. haven't used this for waterlining before, so I'm not sure. I'm just going to put a tiny bit along my upper lash line as well. And I'm just going to use this brush just to smudge that a bit. Okay, so that gives it a lot more definition. I'll go again on the side. Just in among the lashes on the upper lash line. Okay, so we're getting there now. This is all looking very rock chickish, I think, which is okay. I'm just blending everything now. I don't mind, I just want it to look a little bit messy. So that's that. Now for mascara, I'm using Stila's Glamorize Mascara, which has a brush like this. And I love this mascara. I've been using it for the last few days. I actually just packed it because it was a small tube. It has a small tube, although it's a full size, but I brought it with me on holidays and I'd never used it before and I really love it. It gives really good definition to your lashes. I'll just do the lower ones here now. I'm all the time watching the clock because I have a school pickup to do before I go. I don't want to leave my children crying at the school gate. Wouldn't look good. So just putting on lots of that mascara. I didn't curl my lashes. I forgot to do that. To be honest, I just forgot, but I don't care. It's okay without it. Okay. Another coat of that mascara. It's very nice. There's no clumping or anything with it. I'm quite pleased with the way it turns out. So those are my eyes finished, finito. The next thing I'm going to do is put on some foundation. I'm using Makeup Forever's Face and Body. My shade is shade 20. It's a very liquid foundation. And so I'm going to use this Louise Young foundation brush, which is this gorgeous LY34 brilliant brush. I'm just going to lash on a bit of foundation. This doesn't have heavy coverage, but I really prefer that. I hate to look caked in makeup. I just hate that look. And I've got kind of combination skin, so my pores are quite visible on my nose and my forehead. So if I wear a cakey foundation, it just sits in those pores and it just looks awful. I love this foundation because it really does look very natural. And it just gives you a nice little bit of coverage. Now another thing I forgot to do, which I usually do before I put my foundation on, is to spray some Fix Plus all over my face. And I never did that either. That's what happens when you're in a hurry. All your little rituals get forgotten about. Just put a tiny bit more on these red areas here. My cheeks are so red. this is a lovely brush. And actually, what I've discovered it's great for as well is great for applying mineralized skin finish. It's really good for that. Okay. Now, I will probably spray some sort of moisture onto my face before I finish up. Or after I finish up. I just like giving it a little layer of something over your foundation. I feel it kind of settles everything in a bit. So there we are. Concealer, I'm going to use a little bit of MAC Pro Longwear in NW20. I don't really have any spots, but what I do like to do is just take a little bit on the foundation brush and just dab it onto those red areas there. And then just blend out with my fingers. And that will just cover those up a little bit more. I love MAC Pro Longwear, it's amazing. But I have heard that if you leave it on the foundation brush, I'm just putting a little bit on my chest as well, because my chest is so red. Yeah, if you leave it on your foundation brush, what will happen is it'll actually set your foundation brush hard, or set your concealer brush hard. So you're better off not to use it on a brush. If I put it on a brush, I wash it straight away after. Yeah. Just putting a tiny bit on my chest because my chest is so red. I know you're not supposed to do that, but there are no rules. Yes, am I right? It's a very close match for my skin, so it doesn't really colour me at all. What the heck? It'll be okay. Now, so that's my foundation on. What's next? Blush? No, actually contour. For contouring, I'm going to use this is the Bourjois Poudre Bronzante, which is bronzing powder, de Lisse de Poudre, with glints of sunshine, although it doesn't really have very many glints of sunshine at all. It's quite a matte bronzer, and I really love it for bronzing and for contouring. So I'm going to use a little bit to contour here. And for this purpose, I am using a Hakuhodo traditional kabuki brush. So just going under here, making a funny face. And again on the side. And then just a little bit over the top as well. And a little bit under the jaw. I know this is crazy looking. Now, how's that for pose of the week? So now I'm sort of contoured. I'm just going to use a little bit over here too, just to give me a little bit of something. Now, okay, so for blush then I'm going to use my MAC Ambering Rose, which I love at the moment. It's Sheer Tone Shimmer Blush. So that's just going on the sort of top of my cheekbone here. It looks very, very red actually on camera, but actually doesn't look so bad in daylight. But I'm going to blend that out a little bit more now. And what you can always do if you go a bit mad on your blusher is use this foundation brush is great. It just kind of gives you kind of something stiffer to blend with. So I can sort of get it looking fairly sane. So that's that. And then the last thing is my lipstick. So for lipstick, I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani one I bought in Barcelona, and it's in the shade 501. And it's just a very neutral kind of pinky shade. No lip liner. No time for lip liner. And this is a lovely colour. Okay, so that's it. I am now kind of more or less ready to hit the road. My hair is wet, so I'm going to just let that dry naturally. Usually just put a little bit of Moroccan oil into my hair and just let it dry. I don't really blow dry my hair. But there's the look I've gone for tonight. It's a kind of a smoky brown eye. Yeah, it's okay. That'll do me. So yeah, that's it. Take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I was a bit mad, but I just decided to do it at the last minute. And I hope it all was okay. Oh God, I forgot to do my brows. What an idiot I am. 1 second now. I'm using the Blink eyebrow mousse in light brunette, which is just what I always use on my brows. Just basically don't use anything else anymore. I really love this product. It's great. So there we go. Just brush it on. Instantly fills in the gaps. Instantly just shapes them, holds them in place. Does everything you want it to do. It's great stuff. So that's it, guys. Yeah, if there's anything you want to know about any of the products I used, let me know. Most of them were Kiko. The Kiko eyeshadows, you can see how they perform. They are amazing. So yeah, that's it. So I'm about to hit the road, and I'm going to see Mercury Rev tonight, who are one of my favorite bands of all time. I don't know if you know about them at all. They're quite alternative, so probably not very well known, but they are totally amazing. So I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah, so take care, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye bye.